Hello, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We have come again with another information that is very crucial to us. How are you all doing? Hope you are good. We are closer to Biafran freedom than when we started. That is what time does. Okay? I want Biafrans to put their heads together and look very well before you leap. Why do I say so? Because there are so many saboteurs. If you don't look before you leap, you will definitely regret it in this Biafra struggle. All right? And today we have another information, another news. And I want you to please pay attention to this. And please help us to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you very much.
I took my time to do a research on this man they called Musa. This Fulani man they call Christopher. A taboo. An irony. I want you to know, my people, from what you've just heard, that actually this man is going through a terrorist, situation. He's on the watch list. Forget the nonsense they are talking about. Forget the games they are playing, the PR stunts they did. What they did was to test the water, to test the ground, to see if their name is on the list of those who are most wanted internationally for war crimes. You know what they did in Okoma, the killings of Christians in that so-called Nigeria, the killings of Biafrans for asking for independence, for asking for referendum. Right now, what you are seeing is the webpage of the Invictus Game taking place in Canada. Vancouver, Canada, to be more precise. And guess what? The event was scheduled for Saturday, the 8th of February to Sunday, the 16th of February. I want you to underline those dates because they'll be very vital in our analysis when I go in depth. Saturday, the 8th of February was the beginning of the event. This event is for the wounded, the veterans in war all across the whole world. And it is designed to make them become, relevant and competitive among themselves. It's more like a charity stuff. As you are watching it, you are also buying tickets. You are, donating. And at the end, some amount of the money will now go back to support the welfare of those, military men. But you and I know, in the case of that so-called Nigeria, the money they send back to Nigeria military people like Musa to manage the welfare of those wounded veterans, the injured veterans, you and I know, the money goes into thin air. Python will come and swallow it. So at this point, Musa said, oh, guess what? A first batch of us, my military men, went. It's the second group that did not get a visa. That's a lie from the pit of hell. I've done my research. I've done some inquiry. I have called Canada customer service. It is possible. Go and do your research. The attendees from Nigeria that he called the first batch of his military men, no, it was those that were doing the competition. And they were there way ahead before the 8th of February, which was Saturday last week. They were there. And it will last for just 8 days. From Saturday, 8th February to Sunday, 16th February. Today is the 16th. Today is the last day. But guess what? Christopher Musa and his men, they applied for their so-called visa on the 12th of February. I believe that was a Wednesday. Can you now see the game? They think it is in Nigeria where you are lawless. Everything goes. What they did was to test the ground to see if their name is really in the terrorist, in the watch list for terrorism and the rest of them. So the first count is for the fact you are applying on the 12th when an event has already started. It means your intention for going to Canada has been flawed. You have a different plan. And secondly, all his men, his general, who were going there to go and waste money. I repeat, they were going there to waste the public funds from the oil proceeds of the Biafran crude oil. Canada has to stop them. Because the real people who are going there to compete, the injured veterans, they were already there doing their competition. And I'll show you proof. Fellow Biafrans, lend me your ears. I keep telling you, say me, when I take my time to do research, people go shock. Say, this guy, where is he getting this info from? Where is he getting his information from? Now, let us go deeper on this website. The one you are seeing here is the mobile site. I will go to the desktop site for you to see the PR that even Canada they are doing, because their hands are clean. So in their PR, they had to put the contestants of Nigeria at the front page. Those that have a business to go to Canada, they are there in Canada. As you can see, this is the way Western world they operate. They don't come out to shout with you. They will put it to your face with empirical facts and data. What you are seeing here now, it shows, say, those from Nigeria, that shithole that went to compete, the injured soldiers that this charity, event is for, done by Prince Harry, I believe. The people that is meant for, they are there. And the first man you are seeing there in their front, whatever, is a Nigerian man shouting, yeah, we have won. Yeah, we have won. It's a PR stunt to let you know that when Musa said, oh, some of my generals, the first batch, they got a visa. Then when we went to apply for our own visa, they said no. And suddenly your NSA, the ostrich, the imbecile that they call Ribadu said, to hell, Canada can go to hell. But in response from Canada, see how they are giving you the facts and the details. They place in the front a Nigerian athlete in the front of their website. This is how you do things. Follow who know road. A country, when they get sense, this is how they respond to lunatics in that zoo called Nigeria. Those who are the business to go to the Invictus game, they are there. The game is meant for who? Wounded veterans, not for your so-called CDS. Musa, a Fulani man with a Christian name. Christopher Musa, a Fulani man with a Christian name. What an irony. And some of you fell for the nonsense. But Canada, to shame you all, to let you know that the real people that need the visa, they are already there in Canada, having a good time, competing with their peers, with injuries and other things from the war front. Suddenly, in a competition in that zoo, majority are Fulani, majority are Northerners. But when it comes to football, you have a good representation whereby the Biafrans and the Yorubas, they are the ones doing the main thing. When it comes to basketball, mainly the Biafrans. Because they are the best that represent us, because most of them, they are based in the USA, where they have a better facility. Most of them, they went to school in USA. From USA, they were drafted. When they were drafted, they now chose to play for that zoo called Nigeria. That's why you now have the very best competing at that standard. Biafrans follow who know road. So forget when this man was saying, oh, please, yes, we went there to do what we did, and at the rest, we did. If you even check their destiny, it's all there. It's all there. Forget when he was saying, we went there to compete, when we competed, and that's this. Ignore that game they're playing. The main people that needed the visa, they were all given visa to go and do what they're supposed to do. These ones that were coming to Canada, what were they coming for? You are not the coach to coach these guys. All the coaches, the training staffs, they all had their visa to go there. Why was this man going there? He went there to test the water. Because they saw what happened to Wike. You knew what Wike did in Obigbo. The record is still there. ICC, they have all the records. And you know what people like Musa and the rest of them, they did to the Biafrans. Okwama for 7 weeks. That was a genocide. And the Nigerian Zoo media, they refused to report it. Okwama. Till this day, they are buying all the Christians in Biafra land and in Nigeria. We've seen that happen. Till this day, they are buying the Biafrans because we are asking for freedom. We are asking for independence. There is a war going on in the land of Biafra. But some of you pretend not to know these things. I keep asking myself, why? Why do you pretend you don't see what is happening in Biafra land? There is a war going on. There are tankers there. Tanker, when they throw bomb, cannons, they are roaming the land of Biafra as we speak. But you pretend you don't see what's going on. None of you report it. Even after the case of Nnamdi Kanu, the so-called #1 program in that zoo that they call, the Arise News and Trending with Oji Okpokpe, she refused to discuss Nnamdi Kanu in her program. You say your program is trending news. I understand that. It means all the news trending in that zoo called Nigeria and all around the world, you will report it. The best of the best, the #1 trending news. But when Nnamdi Kanu's case was trending, the next day, Oji Okpokpe did not report it. I understand why. I understand they are going through a lot. The media, they are not free. There is a war going on in Biafra land, but they pretend not to see it. General Musa is killing the Biafran Christians in thousands, and they pretend not to see it.